Okay, we have Jaylon Jones, and he's ready for questions. Who'd like to start? We'll take you on the front row here.
How you doing, Jaylon? I'm David Cloninger with the Charleston Post and Courier. You guys faced South Carolina last year, and you saw a whole lot of Kevin Harris. I think he scored 5 touchdowns that game. Just what do you remember about him as a running back? What do you remember about him being so hard to stop that day?
I personally didn't play in that game, but I was there watching. He's a great back. I give him all the credit for leading the conference in rushing. That's not easy to do. But overall, I think he's a great back. They got a good team, and we definitely could have played better as a defense that game, but all credit to him. He's a great back.
Okay, we'll go on the second row here on your right.
Hi, John Wilson with KBTX TV and College Station. How much confidence did winning 4 of your last 5 games give this team as you now move forward?
I think it gave a lot of confidence. Each game, towards the end of the year, you could see the team started to get better, especially the last 2 games, winning the Egg Bowl and then winning the bowl game. It definitely gave the defense, for sure, a lot of confidence. And like I said, going into the spring, we didn't have a spring last year, so this spring is giving guys more opportunities to learn the scheme. This is our second year under it, and just giving a lot of guys that didn't get much playing time a lot more reps, more experience.
We'll go to your left in the third row.
Hey, Jaylon, Cassidy Hill with Gatorbait. Going back to last year and last spring, I know that helped or that hindered a lot of defenses not having the spring. But then you go into that first game versus Florida, it was just a track meet. How much do you remember about that game, and how much do you think that game sort of signaled a shift in the SEC to a much more offensive-heavy league?
What game was that?
The very first one, the Florida game.
The Florida game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought it was a good test for us. It being the first game, we had to come ready. And I think Florida was a great team. We definitely could have executed a lot better that game. But overall, there was no complaints, no excuses. It was a good team, and it just helped us. We had to learn from it quickly and go on to the next because we had another SEC opponent that next week.
We will go to your left on the second row.
Jacques Doucet, WAFB TV in Baton Rouge. Just your feelings on the LSU rivalry and the Tigers making the trip to Oxford this year.
I don't think we've beaten LSU in a couple of years now. So, and that rivalry is always special. They always come to play. We always come to play. This year, it'll be in Oxford, like you said. So, just ready to get revenge, and I think it'll be a good game. It's always special playing LSU.
To your left here on the front row.
Anthony Patterson with the Atlanta Voice newspaper. Of course, they always say practice is what makes perfect, and practicing against a guy like Corral definitely can have his challenges, but also his benefits. What is it? How does he make your defense better in practice that ultimately helps you guys get better on the field?
Just his play by itself. He's one of the hardest working players on the team. In my eyes, in the whole team's eye, he's the best quarterback in the nation. So when you're going against a guy like that kind of knows what defense you're in and is seeing things before the play even is snapped, he can only get us better. It's an iron sharpens iron type of deal.
We'll go back to your right again on the second row.
What are your expectations for the defense this year?
To execute better, to play with a lot more confidence, more swagger to be shown. The future's bright for us. We're coming back with a lot of returning starters, and we're going to be more experienced this year.
You practice against a Lane Kiffin offense. What pressure points does he put on a defense?
He puts a lot. Coach Kiffin's a real smart guy. During practice, you can tell that him and Matt see things that we're in, and it only makes us better. Going against an offense like that not too many in the conference is like. So just going against them can open and expand our mind on what to expect and just seeing offense from a different side.
Is it more scheme or matchup that he feasts on?
It's a little bit of both. With our offense, it's they don't. There's not a lot you can pick up on. You might get a 2-by-2 set. The next thing you know, the back might come out in motion. And I think with our offense, we have so many skill players. They all get used the right way.
We'll go to your right on the front row.
Jaylon, I asked Matt earlier. I've seen a lot of guys with great style so far here in SEC Media Week, including yourself.
Thank you.
I had to ask him, who has the best swag in the SEC? And he said Coach Kiffin. So, in your opinion, who do you think has the most swag?
Oh, yeah, it's no doubt Coach Kiffin. Whether he's at practice, whether he's probably sleeping, he's always dripped out, whether he's going suit swag or just casual swag. He's always got some nice shoes to wear. Yeah, it's definitely Coach Kiffin.
We'll go to your left here on the front row.
Yeah, speaking of Coach Kiffin, he is hilarious, but also is a coach that wants to challenge you guys. Of course, he made the comment earlier about him losing 30 pounds and stop eating, and he start again when the defense plays better. My question is, how is it having a coach who is offensive-minded but also challenges you as a defense to have that type of coach in your locker room as well?
He's a great coach, and like you said, with a coach like Coach Kiffin, there's not much more you can ask for. Somebody that's offensive-minded is really going to challenge the defense. You're going to get the best from our offense every day. There's no off days with them, and like I said before, you're not really going to see too much of what we see in practice and games because our offense is so different, and the way Coach Kiffin and Coach Levy effectively just strategically use our offense. So as a defense, we look at it as a challenge every day.
We'll go back to your right here on the second row.
How excited are you that college football Saturdays may be normal again in 2021 and that you have an opportunity to play in front of what we expect to be capacity stadiums?
I'm really excited. Going into my senior year, I'm glad it's ending this way, and just to have the fans back. I think we definitely have the best fans in the nation. And I think our home games and even away games, I think it's going to be exciting just to hear and have fans in the stadium fully. And it's nothing like it.
We have time for a couple more. Is there anything else? All right, thank you very much. Nice job.
Thank you.